It's still ringing in my ears.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst. Can you even hear? Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Probably one of the worst pains I've ever had in my life.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I like that you called this True Crime Sewed with Happy John.
yeah, because I'm trying to be. Hello, can everyone hear this?
Yes.
So, that sounds better.
Yeah. You fixed it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! What the hell?
What did you just do?
I just clicked this button.
Okay, don't touch anything else. Don't touch anything else.
I'm just.
Don't touch anything else. Don't.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch it.
Don't.
It is.
Holy cow!
Is it a little bit? I can hear it a little bit.
It only goes when we talk, but it's not constantly buzzing.
All right. So first off, a lot of you guys, technology, you think I should apologize for this. It's actually YouTube's fault. So YouTube is fucked up. It's not me. It's YouTube.
We're sorry, guys. Hey, Wolfie. Hey, Shram.
Thank you so much for your patience.
So what do you think it was? There was one issue, and then it turned into a different issue, and then it turned into yet another one.
Well,
Yes.
So you may not want to use headphones when you're listening, just because when we are talking, there is some slight interference.
yeah, and I think so. Jen and I can't hear it probably at all because our ears are now ruined for life.
That squeaking noise that you hear sometimes when like a mic gets too close to an amplifier or something. Watch out, your coffee.
What about it?
You were
spilling.
You were spilling on yourself. I mean, you can't tell because
You're like he's like honest. It's almost like he's like a patient that's been sedated or something. It's just like.
You know what? Is
Y'all,
anyone even on here?
Yes.
I
Can
will
you
tell
hear it, Wolfie? She's wearing headphones.
She
hopefully.
said, oh, we sound crystal clear. She said, okay.
I will tell you, Jen, please describe what I put you through.
Well, you didn't put me through it. It was not your fault, but.
Well, it was because I pressed some button and did it.
Okay, so you could have told me that was going to happen. But
I didn't know that was going to happen.
So then it's not your fault.
You saw. All right. So here's the thing.
All right. It was. I can't even describe. It was just like a very, very, very high frequency pitch, but it was like dial up, but like times. It was like dial up on helium.
It was like the microphone interference.
Yeah, microphone interference, but it went on for like 10
feedback.
seconds, which doesn't sound like a long time, but when it's blowing up in your ear.
I could hear it from here, and I didn't have any headphones on.
Literally, as soon as it happened, it was like super loud.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But very.
I can hear you.
I mean,
I'm down a little bit.
There you go. It was like it like was a blast of sound. Yeah, it was a squeal. It was a blast of sound. So then I like literally I thought it was gonna be. I don't know. And I like threw my headphones off like that, but then they fell to the floor, and I could still hear it coming through.
You could.
The headphones.
You could hear it very loudly
for like 10 seconds, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I honestly think those headphones might be screwed up.
No, they're fine.
Because I mean that.
Oh yeah, it may have blown the speaker out on it. Honestly.
No, I can hear fine.
Because I'm pretty sure that these speakers are blown, or at least one of them. But yeah, it was a squeal, a feedback loop, and it was so loud, and it was right here in your ears, and it just blew. I mean, holy shit! I threw my headphones down so quick, dude.
Yeah, I know, both of you. It was crazy.
And I was like peeled over, like because I can still hear it.
Yeah,
I can still hear it.
It's ringing.
Yeah,
it's still ringing.
Yeah,
I gave you tinnitus permanently, Jen.
It is what it is. I was bound to get it someday. Maybe that will have fixed my problem when I go to concerts and like the frequency problem that I have.
Yeah, turn it up. It's like all the way up.
No, because when I go to concerts, I told you guys, like it sounds the performers sound so high pitch to me if I don't have headphones in. Like when I think I talked about it before, but like. The first time I experienced it, was the first time I went to go see Lady Gaga, and I thought she had ingested helium before she went on stage, and I was like, she doesn't sound like that on the radio. I don't understand. Like, I was really disappointed.
Like all the whole setup.
And my friend was like, no, she sounded excellent. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I played the video back on my phone, and I was devastated because, like, it sounded so good on the video, but I couldn't experience that. But then I learned to wear headphones to concerts so that I can experience it like it's supposed to be.
They make these little earbuds called, well, there's different ones. I just ordered a new pair, but they're called like eargasms. Or something, and you wear them to concerts.
Yeah, I have. So
it's got
them.
a little filter in it.
Yeah, it's like a clear little. It's like a clear little thing you put in your ear, and it doesn't look like those plastic ones that you wear to the pool or the wax ones you wear to the pool, but they're like.
It still hurts, man.
Well, we're back, and I see Daniel's here, which is perfect.
Yes,
because we have your surprise shot. I think John may have edited it out accidentally once before.
Oh, no, he wants us to take like a bong hit or something.
What?
Did you check the Patreon message? I don't
know.
know.
That's now Jen's thing.
He did say something. Hold on.
All right, we're back on. Let me just apologize one more time for YouTube. It's not our fault. So please write to YouTube and tell them, hey, my favorite podcast had trouble with their audio.
Thanks. We've got Wolfie here, Shram here, Natasha here, Brandon here, Daniel here. Who else I saw? Sable. Good to see everyone. Yeah, Daniel may have asked for a bong hit. That may have been his request, in which we cannot do that for many reasons.
Yes.
What do you mean? I could do that shit all day long.
Nope.
We can't on the live stream.
You can't.
Why not? How would anyone know if it's weed or not? Somebody comes, I was smoking oregano, officer. Like, they're not going to know.
Oregano. A bongo hit. That we can do. Yes, Shram.
Well,
Jen picked something out for you, Daniel, on your behalf.
I did.
So let's get started.
Yes,
we're so far behind, and we apologize.
I have needed this shot.
It's been sitting here for the last hour.
It's taken a lot for me to not touch this the entire time we were going through that.
Well, you know what it is. We do not.
I know. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be really good. And I stopped to get some coffee from Lodi before, which is it's a newer chain here. And I think it'll go good in our coffee. So
I need a beer and some shots. My
you
head,
have 2 beers behind you.
It's still ringing.
Yeah.
And it hurts. It hurts.
I need pizza. That's what I need. Not right this moment, but that's what I want. That's my vote.
Well, one second. So we do have, all right, we're going to get started right away, but I want to say we do have another episode that I wanted to do, but I don't know. It might be too late. It's up to Jen. I don't know. This episode is just do your thing. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, honestly, like
they're just here for the murder, man.
Man, my
I don't have you guys know that my Saturdays are dedicated to the cause, so I don't have anything after this, and also there's a guest room or a couch that I could crash on if need be. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is for Daniel.
He said, make sure we scream
Emilio.
Emilio.
Don't scream anything, please.
No, we'll lean back.
You scream Emilio.
We're going to scream it not into the mic. How's that?
Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise.
Right, we got to say Emilio. Ready?
You know where that's from?
Yeah.
What?
Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, yeah. Emilio. Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Cheers.
Emilio.
No. Why is this only half a shot?
No, I thought he wanted us to scream. It's not half a shot.
Dude.
It smells
mine's only half a shot.
Well, let me fix that.
Did it evaporate? What happened? Did you spill it?
No, let me fix it.
No, let me taste it first. And then if it's...
This would have been great in coffee. Dang, I already drank mine.
Oh.
All right, well, pour a little in my coffee then.
Can I take this shot?
Oh, yeah, take the shot.
Cheers. Emilio!
Oh.
He's like, that was the worst request ever. Come on.
Oh, stroopwafel.
Oh, my head. Oh, God.
May I have another?
Yeah. Do you want to go get a cup?
Just fill this thing up. This coffee cup.
It actually kind of tastes like I'm taking a shot of like maple syrup or something. This is delicious.
Is anyone on here?
Yeah, we
watching
have.
This?
Well, Sable, John already has tinnitus confirmed, and so he's already he already perpetually hears a ringing in his ear.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll taste great in yours, John, because you have the salted caramel coffee. Stir it up.
It does taste good. So thanks for being here, guys. Means a lot.
Oh, you're sipping it.
Well, I thought about taking another shot, and I was like, well, maybe I should pace myself.
I'm surprised no one in the Discord said anything like, "Oh my God, I bet John is fuming right now," or
You did great.
I
today.
bet he's
You
killed
have been
both the
doing-
host.
Oh, he had a T after that. I thought he said something else.
Huh?
I thought you said hose.
Yeah, hosts, not host.
Sorry, my hearing is a little off.
No, I do have tinnitus. I went into the doctor, and it was for if you're in the military, you get 10% automatically for tinnitus because they can't prove you have it or not. And I have it, so I went into the doctor.
You definitely have it.
And he's like, "Okay, you have tinnitus. It's that ringing in your ears." And I'm like, "I thought everyone heard that."
That's just what Earth sounded like.
I thought that was just
a
background noise.
frequency. No, it's your eardrum.
Anyway,
This is really good. Okay, so I know you said stroopwafel. All right, so this is a stroopwafel flavored vodka. Which if you don't know what a stroopwafel is, they're little waffle crisps with caramel in between, wafers with caramel that you get them in Amsterdam, or I mean they sell them in America too.
you
But
fucking
they're-
get them at Harris Teeter right down the street.
I said they sell them in America.
You don't have to go to Amsterdam.
They're
Just go
from Amsterdam.
Just go to Teats. What the fuck?
You can get them anywhere, and they are delicious.
They're so good. My mom used to bring them home from Amsterdam for me when she went to Amsterdam.
No,
There's a really good.
She got home and then stopped at the gas station. Oh shit! I forgot to get my daughter something. She stops in Harris Teeter.
We don't have Harris Teeter.
That's right.
In
Stop and
Boston.
shop, okay?
It is Stop and Shop.
Hey, Flights of Fantasy.
What's up, everyone?
Hey, guess what, guys? Since it took Jen a while to get on here and she messed up everything, we're doing trivia, double trivia. So
Yes.
Nicole's gonna be doing that all day. If you are a supporter, you can win great prizes.
Let me share the latest stats. So we're picking up right where we left off.
Oh, good.
I have been keeping track. So Natasha, your latest score is 4. Amanda Lynn, you're at 2. Courtney 2. Wolfie 4. Shram 4. Lauren 7. Ashley 6. Alex 8. Lauren R 9. Sydney 1. Brittany M 6. Christina 1. Martin 7. Steph 1. Megan 5, Megan D 5, Megan H 2, Brandon 1, Sable 4. Those are the last standings of points.
Also,
And if you are hearing disabled like me and Jen are right now, I did the sign language so you can go and try to follow that.
hearing impaired is the correct term. Also, welcome, in case you didn't hear in our second episode last week, welcome to Emily. Thank you so much for joining, and welcome back, Daniel. And now we also have a TikTok. It is at TM2M Pod.
All right, let me make one thing
Nice.
clear. I don't have a damn TikTok. You have a TikTok.
Jen is manning the TikTok and the Patreon.
Yes.
She's on it.
Are you sure? I know that's like 2 things.
She's got it.
So first you maim me for the rest of my life, and now you're going to continue to insult me.
I don't know why you would expect anything else.
I don't either, actually.
Is Chris on here by any chance?
I don't see him yet.
All right, if he gets on here, make sure you guys go. He's getting surgery, and I think he needs like $8,000 or something to pay for it. So he
Oof.
put a
A GoFundMe?
GoFundMe on the Discord.
Okay.
Okay.
We can
be sure to hit that up.
Absolutely.
I was going to mention that. But I'm ready to get started. I know this took forever, and I'm sorry. But if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Just let me know.
We are ready. Hey, Summer.
And do you want to go over the rules of the trivia? Just answer, yada, yada.
Yeah, so correct answer gets a point. You've got to be the first one to get the correct answer. And we are going by what I see, right? So sometimes if you are the person responding, you're going to see your own response first coming through. I will go through whose name with the correct answer comes in. So when you get to 10 points, you get a prize. And then you just start over and accruing points. So whenever you get to 10, you get a prize. All
right, we're going here. Can you describe this location, Jen, for us?
Natasha said, "What else can you send me since you threw my bobblehead away?"
Natasha, you can take your pick of whatever else you want from the goodie bucket.
I didn't think y'all would bring that up again.
Well,
She
I sent Wolfie's to her.
We have some puzzles and stuff.
We can definitely get Natasha something. Let me write
How
it
about
down.
comic books?
Natasha prize pack. Natasha, send your request to Jen, and in between episodes, we're going to pack up. We've got to send Martin something. We've got to send Sydney M something, and we'll send you something, Natasha. And if you don't have something, we'll just pick one out for you.
All right, tonight, if you guys are ready, we're going here. Actually, we're going down here to this place.
Oh, wait, I didn't see the top of it. I need to see it in order
Well, this
to...
is South America, Jen. Obviously, it looks like South America. You know, Angola is right there. Botswana. So that's right by Portugal, I think, right? That joke is
Portugal's
getting old.
in Europe.
He will make that joke until the day
I die.
Yeah.
Actually,
Whoever's first.
Well,
right.
actually, if
It's really until whenever he dies, because
I was gonna say if I die first, he will still make that joke.
We're going to Nigeria. Can you tell us where that is, Jen?
Africa.
There you go. Wait, the world is upside down.
I actually did a project on Nigeria when
Really?
I was in 5th grade.
Do you remember anything?
Tell us about it.
I remember that the flag is green and white.
There you go. That's
Can
something.
someone please look that up? Because I kind of don't think that's the...
You know what?
Damn it. All right, here
I
we're
think
going.
if I remember correctly, it has like a kind of like a cross on it. But not like a centered cross. I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99.7% sure it's green and white.
Do you know the American flag was invented in 1960 by a high school student?
What are you doing?
It was.
Are you talking about the current iteration of it?
Yes, that was on American Pickers. But a high school student invented it for a class project.
Also, Frank did not die. He had a stroke.
Bullshit. He's dead.
No, he's not.
You gotta get out. Oh, I can't even talk.
I Googled it.
No,
Hang
you
on,
tic-tacked it.
No, I Googled it.
Frank Fritz is dead because I
God.
saw his funeral. Jesus.
Wait.
All right, you need to look up the flag thing and then look up Frank thing. All right, we're getting started. Tonight we're
Age, 57 years.
He may be still alive.
He's still alive. According to March 5th, 2003, The Guardian helping out medical treatments for Fritz's Crohn's disease.
Still seemingly in decline.
What was
Multiple 911 calls. This is from March 19th, 2023. He did have a stroke, though.
He's still alive?
According to
He is
IMDb, there's no death date. It says born October 11th.
He is alive, but not doing well.
Oh, shit.
It's okay, John. Now you know how it feels to kill someone off before they're dead.
Al Sharpton's still kicking it.
I think he is.
Didn't Justin Bieber die?
No, he didn't.
No, it was Aaron Carter.
All right,
Aaron Carter died.
Here we're going, Jen. Damn, I can't even talk, man. I think I killed some brain cells. All right, we're going here, Jen. This is Nigeria right here. Can you describe this?
That looks like dirt.
Dirt mixed with a lot of seawater. Very good, Jen. So this is in the middle of the ocean here.
Okay, so you didn't... It was literally zoned in. How was I supposed to know?
Zoned in? I think we both lost brain cells. I think we're both screwed.
I mean, I already knew that I was screwed.
Frank Fritz is alive. You've been telling me he's been dead for months.
I was going to text you guys, but then I kind of wanted to save it for the episode.
All right, tonight, let's get started with this before everyone gets off. Sunday, May 26, 2013, 19 miles off the coast of Escravos in Nigeria.
Natasha asked, is that where the prince who promised me a ton of money lives?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Good job, Natasha. That's great. That's great.
All right. So we are going in the middle of the ocean. Actually, 19 miles off the coast of Escravos. If you know this story, please don't spoil it. Just do what you're told and answer some trivia questions, and we'll be fine. All right, we're going to a tugboat here. Can you describe this tugboat?
Oh, it's red. It has tires on it.
Well, yeah. Why is it?
It's a tugboat.
I guess those are buoys. Or like.
Do you remember Timmy the
Life
Tugboat?
rafts?
Do you remember Timmy the Tugboat?
Sounds familiar.
It was a PBS show.
I don't remember it.
Well, you're older than us. It also came out like maybe more so when my sister was like just born, so maybe I was like 6, so I could have been a little old for it.
Do you remember?
But it had it was like boats, and they had like those kind of like Thomas the Tank Engine faces.
I do
and
remember.
They had a
this.
helicopter with the face on it.
Do you remember the what was it, Thomas the Engine That Could or something?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, so we
Ringo-
watched in our school his cousin Thomas the Engine That Could Not, and it was very
Sounds uplifting. Motivational for children.
Thomas is not the little engine that could. That's a different childhood story.
all right, tonight we're going to
But Ringo Starr was the voice of Mr. Conductor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, that is a fun fact. I'd give you a point for that one, Jen, if you were eligible.
That's really fun.
I am
Jen.
eligible. I'm an eligible bachelor.
See, we're both screwed, dude.
All right. Blah. Okay.
All right, tonight we're going to 2013 May 26th. It's a Sunday. This is 19 miles off the coast of Nigeria. That tugboat that you just saw was
Timmy.
Jascon-4.
Timmy.
And let me know if anyone knows this story, but don't spoil it. The tugboat there is used for. Do you remember? You remember the Byford dolphin
Yes.
accident?
Heck yes.
Oh, yeah.
So they were on an oil platform, right? So how does that oil platform get out there? These tugboats drag it out there, and every once in a while they have to kind of reposition it and pull it with these big cables to kind of get it back where they want it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what this boat was doing. It was with 3 other boats. Now this what I'm telling you now isn't really the main story. We're going to get into it, but you'll see here. Can you read? This is the press release from the company that runs this tugboat, these 3 tugboats that were out there. If you want to read that.
Hang on. 12 crew members are missing after a Chevron contracted tugboat sank. Oh my God.
Dude, did we smoke meth? We are all just out of it, dude.
12 crew members are missing after a Chevron contracted tugboat sank on Sunday due to rough seas off the coast of Nigeria, the ship's owner said on Tuesday.
Now, this is sad, but it happens a lot. These tugboats, they flip over or they sink somehow, and if you're on a tugboat like this, you don't have access to oxygen, mask, and stuff like that. You're just you're not even like dive qualified. You're just kind of workers, if that makes sense. These big companies like Chevron Oil and all the big ones, Exxon, whoever dumped all that
BP
oil, BP oil spill. They just hire whoever, not whoever. They hire a crew to go out there and do these tasks. They're not divers or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that in this part of Nigeria, especially around this big waterway right here, is prime time for oil. A lot of the oil comes from here. So they spend billions on this oil and setting up oil rigs, which is great for Nigeria, right? Because they're getting commissions and kickbacks, from Americans, from our American oil companies coming in there, yada, yada. Does that make sense? All right. So unfortunately, this boat hit some heavy ocean swells. There's occasionally waters like this, and you can see one more time. Can we do a quick another shot?
Yeah, do you want me to get the other thing that I got, or you want to wait till the next episode for that one?
I just need something to drink.
Next episode.
Next episode is going to be a good one, too.
All right, Dr. Dre.
That's one of my favorite songs.
It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.
Jen, that's way too much.
You crying that it's not enough. You're crying if it's too much.
Where's Baby Bear? Where's Goldilocks? Goldilocks.
What the fuck? All right, check it out. So this spot right here on the map. And I'll put all these photos on talkmurder.com.
We might finish this today.
This is the spot where they were. So you have 3 tugboats here, and they're surrounding this mooring point, which is basically anywhere a boat could hook up to, which is the oil, what do you call it? Not the dolphin. Yeah, dolphin. Is that what they called?
I think so. It was a big thing. Yeah.
The big oil dolphin. And they hook up to there. So this is where the boat was, and you see it's about 20 miles off the coast here. And so in this body of water, occasionally there's these random ocean water swells. And it's basically a freak wave that comes in.
Remember that time we were affected by a freak wave?
Sure do.
Holy shit, yeah. It was like
Jen
quiet.
lost her phone.
My phone went into everything else was left behind.
It threw
Thank
us on
God
the
we
ground.
got our car keys.
Oh my gosh, I
that
know.
would have been terrible.
It threw us on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, it was so powerful. It was so silent, and then all of a sudden it was just like...
But the thing that was crazy was that the tide was really far out, and we had our stuff up by the dunes. It wasn't like we just had it like in the middle of the beach.
Yep.
And my phone went swimming, never to be found again.
Quote, heavy ocean swells capsized this tugboat while they were performing towing operations, and their job was to stabilize this oil tanker. This was, like I said, about 19 miles off the coast. 12 crew members sank with the ship. And like I said, there's no oxygen for them to get. So, and the worst thing about it is the ocean swell tips the boat over, or it did in this case, and it sank to the bottom. So like the 12 members there's no hope for them. Okay. Now, once this happens, they first send a crew, a rescue crew, but they quickly found out that they're not going to
recover anything.
Recover anything. So then they send another crew out, which we're going to be talking about tonight, and is this gentleman right here. There are 3 of them. And these gentlemen right here, these professional divers, their job is to recover the bodies as quickly as possible. So they're briefed. He got 12 bodies to recover. And time is an essence here. Why do you think that is?
I mean, there's only so long.
Yeah, because...
It's the ocean.
Well, because fish eat the flesh.
Right.
Yeah, fish nibble on the
food.
flesh. Yeah, exactly. And
Like
they got
those pedicure fish.
And they got to bury these bodies, you know.
Yeah.
This is the guy we're going to be talking about tonight. He's over here. And let me know if you've heard this story before.
I sure haven't.
So this is the guy. Look at him. He's the one, and there is video from this event, but this is the guy right here. And that gentleman's name, from left to right, was Andre Andre Erasmus, Nico Van Herden, which is the guy we're talking about, who we're going to actually see video from tonight, and Daryl Ostrusen.
Are they Dutch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Jen, your shot was perfectly picked then.
Winning.
All right. Now, they get called in for the unfortunate task of finding 12 bodies. And think about it. Okay, not only has a ship sunk and you have to fish out 12 bodies, but it's also upside down. Now, this isn't the ship. This is just kind of a random picture of a ship. But the ship actually is 100 feet down in the water. It's on the ocean floor because it's right by the coast, so it's not that far. 100 feet down, and it's flipped over.
Okay.
As a diver, and I've never been diving before, but you do have a flashlight, but it doesn't really provide that much because there's like plankton and when the ship hits the ground, it throws up all this dirt, this ocean floor, and it stays there for weeks probably. As you'll see in the video, the visibility is terrible. So basically they come in and it's like, all right, this is a very dangerous mission. The layout of the ship is pretty well mapped out as a tugboat, but guess what? It's upside down. And as you'll see in some of the videos, there's cabins, there's doors. There's a lot of ways that one could get stuck. That's
scary.
I know, right? In these tight,
Oh, God, I'm starting to get some anxiety here.
very tight passageways, you could John Jones it. That's fucked. Hopefully no one recognizes that.
Is that the one from the Nutty Putty Cave?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. that case today really gives me the heebie-jeebies.
See, that's one when I was away. I was on Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, God, you missed the Nutty Putty Cave?
You missed it?
I was like streaming it. I was literally walking down the streets on Martha's Vineyard, and I was like typing and trying to watch it, but then I couldn't.
Like,
stay for the whole
anytime
thing.
I hear people do, like, cave stuff.
It's called spelunking.
Yeah.
No.
No, that doesn't sound like fun to me.
So I definitely recommend that episode. He was stuck face down in a cave for how many hours? I'm not going to tell you how it ended. He's dead. All right. It's a very difficult mission for these men. Let's just say this. It's dark. They don't know the layout. They could easily get confused. There's cabins, there's doors, there's passageways, plus the ship is crumpled up at the bottom. There is a lot of ways that this could go very wrong very quick. I mean, think about it. You go into a little cabin, which takes hours to open the door. These are big steel doors. Hours to get them open.
And they're underwater. So there's already the amount of pressure from the water going against the doors.
Exactly. So you're also on a time limit there. And let's say the door shuts behind you. You know it takes 3 hours to get it open. And let's say, even worse, that your oxygen tube gets snagged on something and pops out. You're done, son.
Yikes.
I don't like these kinds of cases.
Plus the fact that your job here is to pull out 12 bodies.
Oh.
And I was reading about how some of these guys do it. It is kind of dark down there, as you'll see. And there's 3 guys that go down. Up on the Dolphin, there's the commander of these 3, and he has live video feed and live microphone feed from each diver. If they get confused or something, this guy up on the shore, he has the layout and he tries to guide them the best he can. Okay. But like I said, something could happen and things could go wrong real quick. But when you're down there and you have to fish out these bodies, which is not, this is not the first time they did this, but it's almost like you hold your hands out like it's pitch black, and then as a dead body is floating in the water, not floating, but it's suspended in the water, the first thing you'll touch is a hand or a foot, and then, you know, you kind of count the fingers, or, you know, not count the fingers, you see if they're fingers, and then you're like, okay, it's a corpse. You drag the corpse out, which floats pretty easily, and then you're off to the next one. So that's their job.
Sucks.
It sucks, right? So you guys don't like this.
No, I have a lot of
Anxiety.
yeah. This is yeah.
This is just, I don't know why I automatically think of Titanic. Don't let go, Jack.
All right.
I don't like those kinds of movies. I'm thinking Poseidon is what they're referring to on the live chat, and then The Perfect Storm was one that actually like really stuck with me growing up.
I didn't watch that movie because I don't like doomsday movies.
Perfect Storm was not a doomsday movie based on a true story.
Oh, never mind. I still didn't see it.
Yeah.
But what am I thinking of? Oh, Day After Tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like doomsday movies. I don't like what other movies don't I like? Oh, movies about like, I don't know.
Tell us, Jen.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to be better about horror films, but like I don't like the demon ones.
Yeah. I don't like the modern day stuff.
I'm trying to be better about them.
What do you mean better? Like, you don't have to like them.
I know, but I want to like them. I want to be able to enjoy them. But they're scary. You know, last night I was in my house and I'm hoping it was just like a light, but I swear I saw something moving in my kitchen, like go past, like the wall was here and I was sitting on my couch like here and I saw something go past here. It was like a kind of yellowish color, so I'm hoping it was a headlight, but I don't know. It was really kind of spooky.
I'm also hoping it was a headlight, and probably it was a headlight.
But like,
well, you know what it could be, and this is like naturally how light works. It's kind of a thing with light, but if you have like, I don't know, a headlight coming by and then it could actually reflect off something, like let's say a guy is holding an axe walking through your house, and you know the shiny side of an axe, it can reflect the light.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably what it was.
But there was no sound. Like it wasn't, and it was like in the air. It wasn't like there were no footsteps or anything. But my house is set so far back that I don't, like, headlights don't come up there unless someone's pulling into my driveway. But there wasn't.
Well, he would probably just walk, I would imagine.
There were no footsteps.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to show you this video if you guys want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you? You don't want to see it.
Well,
You're here now.
we are here now.
All right, hold on a second. Has anyone heard this case yet? I will say, the next episode we're going to do, if you guys want to stick around, if Jen can stick around, it is. It reminds me of a lot of the Liquid Matthew case, but it is. It's called the Melting Girl case. It was a request by a couple of you guys, and it's not as fun as the Liquid Matthew case. It's actually extremely disturbing.
Oh.
So if you guys want to stick around for that,
Sure do.
I do.
All right. Let me play this video, I guess. Shit. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Here, you keep people entertained. I gotta get this video playing.
Okay.
It's not working for me.
Let's see. What can I think of that would be entertaining to you?
I'm submitting a next
a
trivia question.
Who's winning so far?
Well, we are. So far, we've got quite a few people at 5 points.
What was the last question you gave?
She just typed one in. What was the name of the American heiress who was kidnapped in 1974 and held for ransom for several months? Also, fun fact, I don't know if this is a clue, but this actress is actually tied to the Charleston area. Currently.
Interesting.
What do you mean tied up? Tied up in the Charleston area?
No, tied to. Like has
ties.
Has ties to.
All right, check this out. This is kind of the video of what you would see if you're pulling out a body in the water. This is what they're going through.
Remember that time you saw that body on the beach?
Yeah. I put it there. So.
Stop.
So this is what you're seeing right here, right? And, babe, at least look at the TV. All right, so you can't see anything here.
No.
Yeah, the light is shining, but look at it.
You just see it's like particles.
Yeah.
It's
everywhere.
reflecting back. So looking at this right now, and you do have constant communication from the commander upstairs, but looking at that video, you can't see anything. So how do you find a body?
You gotta feel for it.
You gotta feel for it.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Well, Jim, what do you like here?
Pizza and beer.
Now we're following this diver named Van Herden. We have his video. That was his video that you just saw. I'll put that on talkmore.com. And the video is hours long. And because it takes 3 hours just to open the front door because of the pressure. 3 hours goes by. He gets into the main cabin and he finds a body. It's a corpse. Okay. He finds another one. It's a corpse. What the fuck?
I'm waiting for it.
I'm waiting for you to say that there's someone that's alive that grabs him.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. I'm not.
That would be a crazy ass story.
That would be a crazy ass story.
And something deep from the dock comes in and pulls him, and he's struggling, and he can't get loose. And then the door shuts on him, and then he gets stuck underwater, and they pull the thing outside of his mouth so he can't breathe. And then he becomes a corpse. And he actually becomes the next creature that pulls the person that tries to pull him in.
Now there's your horror movie.
Very good, Jen. What'd you say? All right. Hours go by. Van Herden, he finds the first corpse. He finds the second corpse. And then something happens that... Let's just watch the video. Is there sound here? All right. Here's the video.
I told you.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
I told you.
Okay, but look, here's the still image of what happened. This diver is looking for hands and appendages to find a corpse. And this is what came out at him.
Oh my god.
That is literally what I just described.
What is it?
A hand.
It cannot be alive. This is not a living person. All right.
It's a water zombie.
Let me back up right quick. Let me back up 1 second. This boat that does not have any oxygen or whatever, it can't be.
Well,
because this
was the
boat,
door sealed off?
No.
And there was no water in it?
Does that
look at all that
does
water.
that happen?
Well, they opened the door.
And all the water's rushed
Floods
in.
in?
No, come on. Water gets through that.
I don't know. I'm trying to explain what it is I just saw.
The bottom of the boat is completely ripped open.
Oh.
Okay, well, go ahead. Keep going then.
I'm not saying it's whatever it is that we're going to talk about.
A water zombie.
Just listen. Keep in mind, unfortunately, the tugboat capsizes, goes under. It's there. Search and rescue. They go. They obviously, everyone's dead. They know that. A day goes by. They call the salvage team, which are these 3 divers. A good 2.5, 3 days go by, and that's where we are now. That's where we are now. So to say someone could survive underwater for 3 days doesn't make any sense if that's what you're going with. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that they survived underwater. I'm saying
They are underwater. What are you talking about?
I'm saying maybe that one particular room was so sealed because it wasn't deep that they survived.
It was 100 feet deep underwater.
Oh,
you said
it was not far off the coast. So I was thinking
it was
pressure.
19 miles. So 100 feet underwater.
Yeah, that's still a lot of pressure.
And no oxygen on board. They're looking for bodies here.
Okay.
So
they didn't find that body. That body found them.
Well, it could. All right, what's the alternatives here? It could have been some sort of
optical illusion.
You know what? Let's just watch it one more time because I honestly don't know what I just watched. Do you hear the guy talking?
Yeah.
Listen. So you can see the guy can't even see where he's going.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he's looking for these hands. Oh, shit. Hold on.
What was that trigger warning say?
Oh, shit. It just fucked up. 1 second. Sorry, hold on. Let me play. I shouldn't have talked. Let me play it one more time.
It sounds like Marvin the Martian.
All right, here we go, Jen. He's completely submerged. Look how tight that is in there.
Is that voice really high pitched, or was that due to my ear damage from earlier today?
All right, so here's what you just saw.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no, he's gripping him. He's gripping his hand.
He said you found one, eh? Did that look like he was alive?
Yes, it looked like he was reaching out and grabbing
But
his
you saw
hand.
it's
No, it looked like he was reaching out and grabbing his hand like that.
No.
Yes.
It is underwater.
Go back 5 more seconds and watch it
It's a
again.
water zombie.
Here we go.
Look, watch. He's
It is. It's grabbing his hand. It's grabbing his hand.
That's scary.
That is fucking terrifying. What just happened?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
What do you think? You think I'm covering a ghost story?
No, it's not a ghost.
It's someone that's alive.
How?
Because
okay, just I'm gonna stop talking.
Because
you tell me how. You're the one that researched the story.
I'm gonna tell you how right now. Because when the boat capsized, he found some sort of equipment.
No equipment. I just already said that.
No.
Like air. There's like an air pocket somewhere.
No equipment whatsoever. No oxygen. It sank 3 days later, and he's alive. Once David Blaine can hold his breath for like 3 hours or 5 hours or something?
I don't know, but I know what I saw.
You saw this.
Yes.
Oh, that's so weird.
I mean, you heard the guy curse on the. He was like, "Wah!" in his like helium sounding voice.
What are people like this, or what do they think?
Or maybe it's a fake found video.
Oh, that is so cool. You know what? Who said that?
Wolfie.
Give him a prize. You think this is fake?
I don't know.
All right, let me one more time.
Tell us, John.
All right, look at it one more time, and then we'll stop. So he's looking for the hands here. And I don't think he grabbed his hand.
Watch it.
Yes.
Watch the hand.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's holding his hand now.
Yeah. That is nuts, isn't it?
Mm.
All right. So what'd she say about fake footage?
That was Wolfie's guess.
All right. Is anybody still watching this shit?
Yes.
Who?
Yes. Just keep going. Dear God, just go.
I want to see.
I want to know what happens.
All right. So as we know now, there's absolutely no way that someone could survive underwater for 3 days holding their breath. That's just fanatical to me. But hold on, I'm trying to see who's on here. I want to see who's watching me. Hold on, jeez, God, only 9 people. That's a lot.
Shram says, "Jesus, John, we're always here."
You're obsessed. All right. So, moving on. This isn't a possibility at this point. This diver, Van Horten, this hand seems like it grabbed him, and he jumped back. And before that, you hear the commander upstairs. Oh, you found another one, another corpse. But then this corpse actually put his hand around his hand. There's no air tanks on the ship. There's no way he could be alive. Can you read the when the diver saw?
When the diver saw his hand, he said, "Corpse, corpse, a corpse," into his microphone, reporting up to the rescue vessel. But it wasn't a corpse. From the only man to survive on the bottom of the sea floor for 3 days. When he brought his hand close to me, I pulled on his hand, he said.
Survivor story? 3 days underwater with no oxygen?
What is happening here?
If you're underwater for 3 days, do you get pruny?
I was going to say, wouldn't your skin,
or do you not because you're
off?
Underwater?
How is this possible?
I don't know. I'm going to shut up so you tell me, though.
All right. Eventually, this diver gives this water zombie a bottle of water. And he says, quote, "I knew when he gave me the water, he was observing me to see if I'm really human because he was afraid." Now, this is a living guy. But to understand exactly how he made it with no oxygen, no equipment whatsoever for 3 days, 62 hours, so almost 3 days, 62 hours, we have to talk a little bit about a 17th century diving bell and the mechanics of it. Now, he does not have this. As I said, the ship that he was on, the Jascon-4, did what? It got hit by a swell, it turned upside down, and it sank. Completely filled with water. The bottom has been crushed open. All the cabins are open. Water's filling everywhere. Well, have you ever taken a cup of water, or have you ever taken like a styrofoam cup and put like a crumpled up napkin in it, tape it to the very bottom inside the cup, and then try to push that cup or whatever down in the water, maybe like a bucket or something? And you notice that it's really hard to push down there and it does not fill up with water. It's a natural law of physics. You guys are looking at me like I'm fucking high.
No, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
I've never done that.
So-
I've suctioned a cup to my face before, though, like when you
So this is
try to hold it there with your mouth.
This is how a diving bell works. These were invented in the 1700s, and you see here the bottom of this is open. Yet there's two divers in here who are completely safe and they are breathing. However, there is a hose up here for oxygen. But the most important thing is this is open, and water is not filling up this. Okay, do you guys understand? Let me see. You guys don't like this, I can tell.
No, we do like it. I'm just confused.
To show you exactly what I mean, I found this YouTube video, and this guy using a GoPro, he does this. Let me show you. So this guy right here, Ruloff Maker, he dives in the water without any diving helmet equipment. He's holding his breath. He goes all the way down. There's this little contraption in the water. It's completely open. There's no doors here. You see, no doors. And he's still holding his breath. So he's going to get into this contraption, and then you see, now this is underwater. This is open.
Right.
He's eating a sandwich in this thing. This is deep underwater.
How do you get that sandwich in there?
He must have used a very good Ziploc baggie to keep it dry.
This man survived underwater for 3 days, 62 hours. This is when they found him. This is where he was living. This is the man right here. This is completely underwater. It just so happened, by the grace of God or whoever he worships, that it created this freak air bubble 4 feet high, and he stayed in here for 62 hours. Now, it's light right now. He's like, oh, the flashlight and everything. He didn't have any lights. Pitch black.
Jesus Christ.
And not only that, it gets worse. He actually does some interviews.
Oh my God.
And you can hear what he went through. But
my God.
He did survive. It's a Nigerian man, and he survived. What do you guys think?
I like that because my next theory was he was the guy from 13 again. Isn't that the name of the movie? The Disney Channel movie? The guy that turns into the mermaid, the swimmer.
I know what you're talking about.
Name of it.
All right, check this out. It's almost an impossibility that he survived. It's actually theoretically impossible. Air is made of what? Oxygen, 20%, and 78% nitrogen, and like 2% of other shit, right? Mm-hmm. So going back to this photo right here, and I don't want to make this a damn science lesson, but look at this photo. Where he's at is a tiny air pocket 4 feet high. Okay, so how much oxygen is in here? This is 4 feet high or less.
Not a lot.
Not only that, but there's only 20% of oxygen compared to nitrogen, and he needs oxygen to breathe. So you take that space he's living in and then divide it by 80 or whatever, because there's only 20% oxygen.
Right.
That's all he's got, right?
Right.
So
and then you breathe out carbon.
Exactly. So the boat turns over. It created this makeshift diving bell, completely random like, and it filled with this little oxygen pocket, and it basically saved his life. And I told you about the cup or whatever, yada yada yada. Air. So when he's in this little diving oxygen bubble for 62 hours is an impossibility because you breathe in oxygen and then you exhale carbon dioxide. And once you run out of oxygen, you asphyxiate. And there's not enough oxygen in there for even 2 hours for him to live. So how does he even live in this little bubble for 2 hours?
Does he breathe in the oxygen and breathe out underwater?
No, I don't think you can do that.
Oh.
But what does happen is when you go underwater, even 100 feet underwater, oxygen compresses. So yeah, you only got 20% of oxygen, but you're getting a lot more because it's compressed. It's kind of like hyperbaric oxygen, right?
Yeah.
They compress the oxygen.
That makes
exactly.
sense.
But what also is compressed? The 80% of nitrogen, which you're breathing that in too and gets in your bloodstream, which is toxic if you get a lot of it in there, plus the carbon dioxide, right? So this guy, I don't know, what do you guys think of this?
It's a miracle that he's alive.
All right. So this guy is alive. But now the problem is getting him up safely. Because you can't just here, actually, can you read the to survive? Oh, actually, read the under increased air pressure, human blood becomes saturated with nitrogen. O'Kane's nitrogen levels during this ordeal were much higher than ours on the Earth's surface. So he was in nitrogen narcosis at that point. This guy's name is Harrison Okene. He's Nigerian. He was the chef. He is the chef of this boat. Wow. And his story is pretty amazing about how he survived, the only one of 12 and the only one to ever live on the ocean floor without any oxygen supply for 3 days.
You know what's interesting is the chef from the Titanic survived as well.
I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
So, and as you panic, you breathe in more oxygen. That's what could have killed a lot of people. But he kind of knew that, and I don't know how, stayed calm for 3 days. Can you read the to survive?
To survive that long at that depth is phenomenal. Normally, you would dive recreationally for no more than 20 minutes at those depths, said a training consultant from the Professional Association of Diving Instructors.
All right. Can you read the next one?
Eric Hextall, a nurse and clinical director of diving medicine at the Duke Center for Hyperbaric Medicine and Environmental Physiology, estimates that an area of about 13.5 cubic meters, roughly the size of the air bubble Okene was trapped in, a person has about 56 hours before carbon dioxide toxicity sets in. If you're trapped in something like that, your carbon dioxide levels will build to a toxic level before you use up the oxygen, Hextall said, emphasizing that carbon dioxide would be the first problem Okene would have faced before running out of oxygen.
So look at him here. This is right when here's what happens. Harrison Okene grabs this guy's hand. The diver freaks the hell out because he thinks it's a corpse, but he grabs his hand. Okene is not even in this air pocket. He's underwater in the dark. He actually took a chance to dive underwater and
when he saw the light.
When he saw a little bit of light. And that's when he grabbed the hand. Then the diver followed him back here.
Holy shit.
The only place he could live. And look at him. He is out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, completely out of it. It is something incredible that this guy survived. I will tell you that. All right. Can you read? Now they got to get him back up to the surface safely, which is a lot harder than it looks because why? It's the pressure down there. We did the dolphin, the Byford dolphin one. Remember when they opened the door by accident and they all blew up?
Oh, yep.
He's been under this constant pressure for 3 days now.
He's got to be careful going up because he
exactly. Well, not only that, he would at this point explode because his body's so filled with gases, the nitrogen gas. So they have to be real careful.
And also, it's not like they have a spare oxygen tank or mask for him.
They don't. So what they decided to do was drop down a diving bell, kind of like the one that the Byford dolphin was in. It's this big
They
tank.
had one on hand, like on that ship.
Yeah, no, not on the ship, but on the oil rig.
Right.
That's how they get down there. So they had one. They drop it down because if you're a saturation diver, you spend hours under there. You have to get into the decompression tank. So how the decompression tank works is you're under this high pressure on the bottom of the ocean. You get into this decompression tank, which is the same pressure as the ocean, and then you gradually decrease the pressure until you're the same pressure as the Earth's surface. Because if not, you'll explode because of all that pressure and the gases in your bloodstream. You'll literally explode like that one story we did.
I don't like that.
So it's very hard. It's actually almost impossible to get them back alive. So that's the next thing. Can you read the National Geographic?
Damn. Hang on. From the National Geographic, he can't come back to the surface immediately, said Petar Denoble, vice president of research at the Divers Alert Network. If he did, he would die. According to Denoble, this vessel would have been at the same pressure as the bottom of the ocean, allowing for the group to be transported to the surface while maintaining the pressure of the original location.
A medical director of the Plymouth-based Diving Diseases Research Center said, quote, his heart wouldn't have been able to pump back on land because it was just so full of gas. Talking about the nitrogen gases.
I know how that is.
So he would have to spend 48 hours in a decompression tank if he can even get there. And at that point, his blood toxicity was near fatal, and he would pass out, lose consciousness most of the time. Okay. But he survived. He did get back up to safety. Isn't that nuts?
Holy effing shit.
So let's go through his story and how taking a piss saved his life. All right.
What?
And this is from his interview. All right.
Oh, was he in the bathroom when it capsized?
He kind of makes me need to take a piss, honestly. He's the cook. And you saw him, he's kind of a chubby cook. And he likes cooking. He's been doing it all his life. This is him one more time.
Well, what's the saying? Don't eat with a restaurant with a skinny chef.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that.
Man, I got a pee so bad.
Well,
go ahead.
Maybe you should go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, are y'all going to keep people entertained?
Yes.
We'll do our best.
Are you still doing the trivia?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, well, Shrimp said that the first episode that she listened to was the Byford Dolphin case. That was how she got started, hooked on us.
Wow.
Natasha, the Owen Hart one. That was a great one. Man, that's crazy. I mean, I was thinking air pocket, but still, like to live for that long.
That's amazing.
In that way.
Yeah, I was thinking water zombie. So
water zombie. Horror movie. That's crazy. All right, let me see if I can find another. Let's see. Oh, I got a good one.
Ooh. Tell us.
Hang on. Yeah, we have gotten quite a few requests for the Chris Benoit case.
Oh, yeah.
So
much pee. Did you hear it?
No.
No, it was a lot. All right, so you guys don't like this story, I can tell.
stop it.
Did you guys even see that coming?
No. I mean, we talked about the air bubble, like the potential for an air bubble type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? It's crazy.
All right, so how did taking a pee
All right, this is what he says.
save his life?
And this is from interviews. He even did an interview with a podcast called Bottom Dwellers. It's a diving podcast.
Oh, cool.
You can listen to that. He does a full interview and basically says this incredible story, but I'm going to try to say it like he said it. He's the cook of this ship, and he loves his job. It was Let me plug this. Oh wait, it is plugged in. Oh shit, no, it's not. Can you plug this over there? Sorry.
Here. Take this. Do something with it.
It was 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning. He's used to waking up at 4 a.m. because he's the cook. He's got to make breakfast. So he wakes up 4 a.m. and the first thing he does is like what everyone else does. He goes and takes a piss. Now there's a strict protocol for any of these ships that he wasn't following. That protocol is he was, one second. If you have to, when you go to sleep, you have to lock your door, like deadbolt it and have this big key because there's a piracy problem. And when you're sleeping, pirates could board and literally kill you in your sleep. That's a huge thing over there. Mm-hmm. All right. So all 11 men on board who were sleeping hears this big wave crash into the side of the boat. Now they're struggling to get their keys out. Well, at this point, Harrison O'Kane is in the bathroom taking a piss. And he starts to hear this rumbling, this loud noise of the ship capsizing. And this is what he says.
It was around 5 a.m. and I was in the toilet when the vessel just started going down. The speed was so fast, O'Kane said. He was unable to reach an emergency exit hatch and watched in horror as 3 crew members were sucked into the churning sea.
So remember, he's the only one that survived this. Quote, I heard people shouting. I felt the vessel going down. I heard a voice saying, is the vessel sinking or what? He was in the toilet, as he said. Things started falling on his head.
Ouch.
Because why? The ship is
turning upside down. God help me. God help me. God help me. Then after a while, I never heard from any of my crewmates again. He saw, so this is what happens. He's in the bathroom taking a piss, and he can see out the ship door that all of his crew members who are now dressed and ready to go on with their day, they run to the exit hatch to go to safety. He's in the bathroom and he sees a huge rush of water just overtake these 3 men. So right there, he knows instantly that these 3 men are now dead. They're sucked out to sea. So he tries to open back his door because he can't get out there anymore. That the water's taking it over.
Right.
The water actually pushes him up a little bit, and he is now stuck in the second captain's chamber with that little air pocket. That's where you saw him at. It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
So he's actually stuck in there, but he's technically safe. Let me show you exactly where he is in the do you guys like this or not?
Yes.
I'm going to show you where he is real quick. So this is where he would be on the ship. You see he's kind of
Okay.
The water pushed him back up there.
So he's like at the bottom of the boat, which turns into the top of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, which is where the air pocket would be. The water pushes this guy in there, and luckily there's an air pocket. I mean, this doesn't always happen like this.
No.
It was just an act of pure luck that an air pocket even existed. And if the ship didn't turn upside down, there would be no air pocket.
Right.
It was just miraculous that this happened. No one's ever has been so lucky that this could happen.
Yeah.
And not only that, everyone thought he was dead. So he's waiting to die in the pitch black darkness. 62 hours, almost 3 days. He said he thought it was only a day, if that.
Wow.
That's how long he was been under there, in the pitch dark.
It really kind of goes to show you how time is a construct. And if you don't have sunlight, then you don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So he says, so basically him going to the bathroom to take a piss saved his life, because he would have tried to follow all the other shipmates out there and he would have been sucked in. Can you read the one he said? 3 guys.
3 guys were in front of me and suddenly water rushed in full force. I saw the first one, the second one, the third one just washed away. I knew these guys were dead.
The vessel started swinging violently left, right. He's hitting his head. Things are falling. The ship's turning upside down. Wow, wow, wow. It is now it is now dark because all the lights go out.
Right.
All the electricity's gone. It is dark. I mean, you can't even see underwater with the damn lights hardly. So imagine what he's seeing. Before he knows what's happening, he's in that little bubble. And that was just because the water had put him there. Can you read the next one?
All around me was just black and noisy. I was crying and calling on Jesus to rescue me. I prayed so hard. I was so hungry and thirsty and cold. I was just praying to see some kind of light.
The thing he heard next was the anchor of the ship crashing down above his head, because you know the ankle, the anchor is floating,
right?
Or not floating, but when it flips upside down, it's going to be the last thing to come down. So the anchor is coming down, and it just crashes into the bottom of the ship, which is right above his head,
right?
Which could have easily penetrated that ship, because it just. So imagine hearing that. If you I know we just went through this ear drama. But put yourself in like a metal can, because that's what he's in at this point. A metal can, like noise can't hardly get anywhere because the water. So it's all right there. So any noise he hears is amplified right in his ear. So imagine that anchor. That would blow your ears straight out.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been so scary. I don't know. He does find a solar light, but the 2 that he finds the whole time, they only lasted an hour, and then they were gone forever. One thing he did do was find some coveralls, ripped them up, and then tied the coveralls to where he was in the ship's cabin, so he could, if he needed to go out to get food, for instance, because he needs food, which he actually goes and does that. And he can't see anything. He needs to guide his way back.
Okay.
Because he does leave multiple times, 3 times with him pulling the guy's hand. 3 times. Diving in pitch black, and then if you get stuck, like, how are you going to get back? You don't know your directions. I mean, isn't that
brilliant?
Nuts?
It's brilliant, though, to think of it.
Yeah.
He starts hearing the sounds. The water makes all these sounds, but then he starts hearing other things, which is the fish and the wildlife coming in, and he starts hearing these awful sounds, which he describes as this.
But I could perceive the dead bodies of my crew were nearby. I could smell them. The fish came in and began eating the bodies. I could hear the sound. It was horror.
He's hearing the fish bite and nibble on his friend's body. Like, I mean, can you imagine that sound? And you can smell those corpses, and you know that the fish are only there for one reason, is to feast on your 11 dead crew members.
I do not like that.
Can you imagine? The first day, as we talked about, the rescue divers go down, and they knew this was impossible. So it's not that they didn't try, but they did beat on the hull, the HULL, the hull of the ship.
The hull, yeah.
They beat on it, trying to maybe hear a response, and he was beating on it as hard as he could. But they were on the east side of the ship, and he was basically at the south side, which is the north side. They could not hear. So that was day 1. All right. Now, I mean, oh my God, I can't even imagine, man. Can you hear, or can you read the...
I heard a sound of a hammer hitting the vessel, Boom, boom, boom. I hammered the side of the vessel, hoping someone would hear me.
Seawater, especially the real salty seawater, has very negative effects on your body. It starts removing your skin. Can you read the...
I was so hungry, but mostly so thirsty. The salt water took the skin off my tongue.
Oh.
I was there in the water in total darkness, just thinking it's the end. I kept thinking the water was going to fill up the room, but it did not. Okinia said parts of his skin started peeling away after days of soaking in the salt water. Isn't that nuts, man?
Yes.
He survived. He actually takes a trip down because he knows that the captain's chambers where he was has a refrigerator, and with food has cabinets. All he found was a Coca-Cola, which they should definitely hit this guy up.
Lifetime supply, Coca-Cola, right. Baby.
One Coke. That's all he had to live on. One Coca-Cola.
Holy shit.
Can you read the one that says, wait, hold on a second. Now, so that is a crazy experience, is it not?
Yeah.
So finally, when he sees a light 3 days later, he's got to make a decision, because the first time he sees the light, it goes past him, and he knows it's a light, and he knows the only way he's going to reach this guy is to swim in total darkness out into the main cabin, the main hallway, which is the video you saw. He wasn't in his oxygen bubble. So when he's grabbing that guy's hand, he's also like, come on, I got to get back to oxygen. So they swim back to the bubble, and that's where they find him. I mean,
holy
Jesus.
shit.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
And this is, once he gets back, I mean, this is how they find him.
Oh my God.
In his boxers.
Dang.
Man. I mean, can you imagine?
No.
That was a pretty cool story, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit about the trauma, because you go through a few things when this happens. Number one, it's this sense of impending doom, which is what they call, you think you're going to die for 3 days, and that just breaks you down mentally. But then you got PTSD and something called survivor's guilt, where why me? I'm the cook. I'm a cook.
Yeah.
Like these other 12 or these other 11 shipmates, like one of them has a family and, you know, and multiple children. Like, why me? What's me? Yeah, he's married. You know, why me? So can you, Okina said,
they told me all the others had died, and I cried because I thought I was the only one who had been trapped in the boat.
Now, another sad thing about this case is this is Nigeria. So, you know, obviously he went to the funerals of the 11 others, right? Wrong, because in this community, they thought he used black magic to stay alive.
Oh.
What?
This is a different culture. You got to understand that. When I am home, sometimes it feels like the bed I'm sinking in is sinking. I think I'm still at the sea again. I jump up and scream. When recounting his experience at his church, the pastor asked him if he had used black magic to survive. Can you read the next one?
I was so surprised. How could a man of God be saying this? Okene said in disbelief.
He said he didn't go to the funerals of his friends, the other 11, because everyone accused him of using black magic. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? Quote, I couldn't go because I didn't know what the family would say. Why am I the only one to survive? Every week I ask God, why only me? Why did my colleagues have to die? And his wife says, sometimes when he is sleeping, he has that shock. He will just wake up in the night saying, honey, see, the bed is sinking. We are at sea. That's what his wife says. Now, I will say, Okine, while he was at the bottom of the sea, he made a pact with God, and that was, quote, "If you rescue me, I will never go back to sea again."
I wouldn't either.
Me either.
Yeah, which is really smart.
Wow.
So, what do you guys think?
That is crazy. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, let's see. One little thing here. So, what? Anyone?
That's just wild. Anxiety provoking and all that stuff.
All right, I'm trying to find one thing here. Yeah, here we go. So, he said that he would make a pact with God to never go. And this is him right here. Like with the divers that found him.
Wow.
He was going to make a pact with God never to go near the sea again, but he's now a commercial diver. He got his diving license. And the guy that found him, Van Houten, is the one that presented him his diving certificate.
That's so nice.
And
wow.
A lot of people would think, oh, well, you made a pact with God. I think it's him trying to overcome
Yeah.
that fear.
And he's, I would see it as he's trying to
Pay back.
Yeah, like he was rescued in that means, and he
Yeah.
could,
He's
you
like
know,
paying
save
it
somebody
forward.
else's life.
Yeah.
So this is him getting his diving, or on his last day of his diving school
Oh,
right here.
that's so heartwarming.
Wow.
So I think it's a good thing, man.
Yeah, me too.
That's awesome.
I mean, the story, no one died. I mean, excuse me. I didn't mean that. In the story, 11 people died, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the characters we're talking about lived, and
No one was murdered.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it'd be kind of heartwarming. You know,
Yeah.
we did the Bath School disaster.
That was a great story. I mean, terrible, but great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you guys like that. I don't know.
Wow. That video, like that's the crazy thing
Yeah.
is to see the video of that in the diver's reaction. Like
Yeah.
to me, that makes the whole
Yeah, right?
whole thing.
Because you didn't know.
No.
Did not expect that.
So, I mean, isn't it nuts?
Yeah.
I mean, the diver.
He probably peed himself a little bit.
I mean, you saw him jump back. Like,
Yeah,
what
I
the
know. I know.
And then he's like, doesn't know if he's even human.
Oh my god. That's
I mean,
just
it's completely
crazy.
underwater. How is this guy alive?
That's just crazy.
Even if he had an oxygen tank, he was underwater for 3 days.
Right.
The oxygen would freaking deplete.
Jesus.
There's no way he could survive.
Right.
No effing way.
It's crazy.
A little oxygen bubble, which was on the verge of being depleted. Remember, the woman,
Yep.
the professor that you read from said maybe 56 hours before full unconsciousness and toxicity kicks in and you're dead with the compression of the air. Maybe 56 hours. I mean, and that's not if you're panicking. I've been in a situation before where I was upside down in overseas, and a lot of my colleagues started panicking, and you start breathing heavy, and that's not what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But when someone else starts doing it, you start doing it too. Yeah, which sucks. But anyway, fuck,
That's
man,
crazy. Great story.
a fucking bubble. So I don't know. He's a diving. When he did the interview with the diving podcast, he was actually on the barge getting ready to dive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So he's commercial diver and, still alive. He holds a couple titles. Number one being the only man who ever has lived on the ocean floor without any oxygen assistance for that long,
That's crazy.
I mean, imagine what his wife... I mean, this was 3 days later. His wife is already grieving,
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking he's dead.
thinking he's dead. And imagine him. When he was doing the interview, he didn't know about the decompression tank. So they're like, wait, I got to spend 48 hours in a decompression tank. Why can't I see my wife right now?
Right.
So they had to tell him about the oxygen and the nitrogen in his blood and stuff like that. So he has to wait another 48 hours in this tank before he can even get to shore.
That must have felt like torturous, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
I mean, what a crazy story. I found that and I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is nuts.
Yeah, that is wild.
I thought it was a little motivational.
Yeah.
Fantastic story.
I apologize for the audio issues today, man. It only happens every once in a while. There's a lot of equipment here. 3 cameras, microphones, mixers, all kinds of shit. In fact, we're hearing this awful noise in our head right now.
Well, you and Jen are. My ears didn't get blown out.
No, you're not hearing that high-pitched noise?
No.
It's just it's feedback when we're talking.
You need to get your hearing checked because it is bad.
Huh?
Wait, say something now. I don't think it's in this ear.
Hello?
Take your
I don't hear
one
it.
ear off.
I don't hear it. I heard it a little bit at the beginning when we started
Oh,
recording.
I hear it. So, here, Jen, let me press this button.
So are we doing a second episode? Sharon wants to know. You need like an hour before we do it.
Do you want to do a second
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Will y'all go get some lunch?
Yeah. We'll do some
figure out,
lunch.
yeah.
You can. I know you need to just put the story
Together,
in your way. So we'll be back. Let's see. It's 4 o'clock
5.
now. We'll be back at 5 Eastern time.
All right. Well, I hope you guys like that story.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks. So that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back at when?
5
An hour?
o'clock.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
All right. So until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.